Hello and welcome to Weekly Weird News, brought to you by Cutting the Bull in the Post-Truth Apocalypse. I'm Ben, and as always I'm hanging out with Mike.
Hello.
And Claire.
Hey.
And today we're going to take you through some of the shit we found this week on the internet. Some of the weird and magical and downright just fucking stupid.
Yep.
Or just, slightly comical. Bollington Remembrance Day tanked. We're recording this on the 20th of November. We had the Remembrance Sunday Parade. I had to go to it in Dorley. I had to go to church.
Good
Your
turnout.
It was a very great turnout, great parade. They had the Army cadets and the Air cadets and veterans marching. It was really well done. Church sucked, obviously.
You have to carry out your duties as councilman.
I was classed. I want to just get this out there.
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to light this
Shouldn't have said
cigarette.
anything, should I?
It's the taste of victory. I was classed as a dignitary
Oh, fuck
for the
me.
day. A dignitary. I was a dignitary. I sat at the front.
Oh my god. Did you have people fawning over you?
I did. Probably. I don't know.
So you can have a better view of what? The reefs.
No, in the church, I was sat at the front, and I went ahead of the parade, right? I had to stand on a raised bit as the parade went past at the end of it, after they laid the
Did you
wreaths.
salute them?
I didn't salute them, no, it was eyes right, they didn't salute, so I didn't have to salute back. And I was stood up.
What does that mean? Do you know what that means?
Oh, it's right.
Yeah, you do, because you're
They,
not a
they
soldier.
look at you
Mm.
because you're raised.
Acknowledge you.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah.
They don't have to salute you.
No, because I don't hold the Queen's Commission, so they don't have to salute
That's
me.
what. If you walk up to somebody as a 1, 2, 3 or 4 persons, you can do a salute. But then if you're in a brigade.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I've seen films where there's like the whole brigade, like.
That's American bullshit.
Yeah.
Top in it.
Yeah, there's this eyes right and there's a salute in the army, and eyes right means it's like I don't hold the Queen's Commission, so they don't have to salute me. I'm a dignitary. Boom.
Dignitary.
I know.
Feeding your fucking
Right, what's going on with this tank?
bloated ego.
Bollingtonians. Bollington is a town in England. It's where the Tank Museum is. It's the National Tank Museum in Bollington. They had gathered solemnly around their memorial garden on Thursday, November the 11th, to join together in a quiet Remembrance Day service. But they were in for a bit of a surprise. Town Councillor Mark Fern and former Mayor Andy Longden tried to add a little drama to the event by hiring an ex-British Army scimitar tank. But the 7.8-ton machine rolled into the memorial gates after one of the duo forgot to put the handbrake on.
There's no scorpion tank, mind.
There is a scorpion tank.
I know.
But this is actually its sister, the scimitar. They're very similar. Councillor Fern admitted he caused the incident, which he said left him feeling a bit embarrassed, to say the least.
They could have run over kids, so yeah.
They could have, although it probably didn't roll very fast. It just gradually crushed the war
It's
memorial.
going after crippled little Timmy. He can't run away.
Timmy!
He's lucky.
It wouldn't have rolled very fast, but it would have gradually rolled, and it crushed the war memorial on Remembrance Day. The Royal British Legion, which has been angered by the gaffe, and said its membership team were investigating the stunt, which it deemed entirely inappropriate.
Could have brought back PTSD or anything.
It could have, couldn't it?
All the soldiers could have gone nuts. He's back in Fallujah.
What with their walking sticks?
No, Fallujah.
Iraq, I mean,
Not that long ago.
it's not just World War II now.
Yeah,
18 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2003, 2004.
Could have lobbed a grenade at the dignitaries.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? You would like that. I had to walk as the memorial and bow my head.
Yeah.
I was called by name to it.
Yeah, it's all a bit of pompous bullshit, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm a dignitary.
I mean, I'm all for, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for remembering them, man. They sacrificed their lives for this country. It's an amazing thing to do, and, we should honour them for that.
Circumstances dictated it, in all fairness.
Yeah. But there's a lot of wars where they died needlessly, and there's not enough movement for peace. It's not about glorifying the battles and that, isn't it, really? So
It's become a bit iffy.
I think I'd wear a white
think.
poppy if if I had to wear one.
I think it's become quite politicised in recent years, and I think we're forgetting what we are remembering, because it's become a bit of a sort of what can we do to have the biggest parade, whereas I'm pretty sure the guys who came back would have just like their mates to be remembered.
Yeah, there's always that meme floating about. It says the unknown soldier, and it's got the cenotaph, is it?
Yeah.
And then next to it's got the known soldier, he's on the streets, he's holding a sign up saying, you know,
Ex-military
got PTSD, don't forget about me.
can't find a job. Yeah, we forget about the guys that
The guys that die, yeah, we
remember them. We forget
give
about
them all
guys.
the honours they can, but the people that are still alive, the veterans that are injured and wounded, they're treated shambolically, aren't they?
Yeah, the British government broke the covenant to look after its soldiers after the Gulf, after the second Iraq war. Yeah, there's a lot of them homeless and with mental issues, and there is.
War should be the absolute final, thing you do, man. You should, pursue other avenues, diplomatic avenues as much as you can.
It should be the last. It's the last resort. It should always be the last resort. I agree with that. You're sending your own people off to die for a cause, aren't you?
That's why I hate Blair and Bush. Fucking war criminals. Both of them.
And they're going to get away with that.
Sick, innit?
Is it 1 million Iraqis died in the invasion, something like that? Yeah. Still, we should always remember the war dead.
We should remember them as well, the people that we killed.
Of course. I think a lot of people do throw that. They do tend to throw that in now. Yeah, I had to go to church and it sucked. I hate church. They didn't catch on fire though, which was good. One villager said about this tank crashing into the war memorial that you couldn't have written it was like something out of Dad's army. Residents have been told there was a surprise and we'd all been guessing all week what it would be. Suddenly I was told it had demolished the gates to the memorial garden. Councillor Fern and Mr Landon hired the tank, which cost £950 a day, and appeared at the turret to drive to the minute silence. According to the villager, the vehicle was parked close to the entrance to the memorial gardens before it rolled onto the stone and metal gates. One villager said they were waving and laughing as they drove through the village. But when they parked, they had the handbrake off and it smashed into the memorial garden.
Yeah, it's very much Dad's army, isn't it?
It is, it's terrible. I guarantee this is a Tory village. I guarantee you're not going to get a tank. You're not surprised on Remembrance Day. Oh my god, are they going to bring my boyfriend Johnny back after he died in Iraq? No, we've arrived in a tank! Oh, he was still MIA. There was a chance he was alive.
No live, die, repeat for him.
No. But there you go. Irresponsible council destroys war memorial in a tank on Remembrance Day. You couldn't make it up. This is for you.
International female footballer accused of being a man after opposing side loses.
Have a look at her.
Right.
There might be a better picture down there, if not.
There's a picture of the whole squad somewhere, and none of them have got any tits.
I'm glad you said that and not me.
Well, Jordan has sparked outrage in the football community after the country accused an international female player of actually being a man. The country has called for the Asian Football Confederation to conduct an official investigation into Iran's goalkeeper, Zohra Kudai, to determine her sex, as per the India Times. The serious accusations have come after Iran beat Jordan in a penalty shootout in the 2022 Women's Asian Cup qualifier back in September. Iran ended up winning the shootout 4-2, with Kudai emerging as the hero thanks to 2 brilliant saves. And the victory has earned the Iranian women's team its first 2022 Women's Asia Cup appearance in history. However, it appears as if Jordan simply couldn't hack the defeat, and the president of the Jordan Football Association, Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, has submitted a request for gender verification for Kudai.
She does look. I'm going to find you guys a picture.
Well, she might look like a man, but it's a bit of a serious accusation, isn't it? They got any evidence?
She looks like a man. What's the evidence?
She looks like a man.
Yeah, but there are lots of women that have manly features and lots of men that have female features.
Look, I'm going to show you a...
Okay, I think you're going to have to see it up close.
I need to show you a picture. I show the guys a picture
She got a
In the
flop
lineup,
shadow.
they should have gone up instead of shaking that and just gone to the crotch area, like in Crocodile Dundee.
Right, guys, there's a picture of the lady goalkeeper in full stance.
You need to stand the next
Yeah, but
to
it's
Right.
hard to say.
You see that, Claire?
Yeah.
Some
Right.
women do have manly features.
Quite big shoulders, hasn't she?
Picture there, the guys. You can go and check this out.
Can't tell, to be honest. I mean, it looks a bit manly, but
It looks a bit
See, you
manly.
just said it. Oh, for Christ's sake.
You fucking home, you. Oh, I apologise to anyone that heard Mike say it.
we don't know what it is.
It.
It's not Bigfoot.
Fucking hell, Mike. You apologise to trip back to the 1970s there.
Just by calling it, you're calling for.
I've got a great joke about your mother-in-law.
You're calling for an investigation into his or her sexual genitalia.
Let's just say that the Iranian women's goalkeeper does look very manly. She's got a squarer jaw than I have.
Got really long arms as well.
But she's very tall, very manly looking, almost like she's been padded out into that suit in a way. I don't know.
It's a bit brazen though, isn't it? Just registering a man.
You should see the picture of the whole team, honestly.
It's Iran, they don't care, they're the international bad boys.
I'm sure I read an article saying 5 of them were men and they were caught out. I can't remember what year it was now, but.
You thought they got a better fucking, more feminine goalkeeper though, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I don't know. Well,
Maybe they're transitioning. And that's okay as well.
you be what you want to be, just, you probably shouldn't be playing a men's sport.
Moving on.
Moving on.
A women's sport, if you're a man, that's all Ian. Go on, Claire, next one.
Moving on. It's hard having the world's biggest penis. I can't get jobs and sometimes I sit on it. The Daily Star's reported.
I know, this is a self-published article that I wrote.
Yeah. You just got anonymous.
Yeah, I've got a pseudonym verse. No, not really. This is it was on a British TV morning show.
Yeah. A man who claims to hold the title for having the world's biggest penis has revealed that it has hindered his acting career and says it sometimes painfully sits on it. John Falcon's penis reportedly stretches to 13.5 inches when erect.
Jeez.
And 8.5 inches long when flaccid.
Fucking hell.
Meaning he holds the unofficial world record for having the world's largest cock.
Jesus. You should have a career in porn, never mind acting.
Given its disproportionate size, Jonah has previously spoken out how his manhood has gotten him into trouble. One time he claimed he was even searched by an airport security due to the suspicious size package.
What you got down your pants?
Is that a cosh down there? That's how I feel. He just gets erect. He goes up there, oh my god, the cosh is swelling, beat him, taser him.
Down to his knees, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, 13.5 inches. You're looking at over a, listen, if you can imagine a 30 centimetre ruler, that's about a foot.
Yeah, it's coming to your knee.
That is a
isn't it?
foot, that's coming to your knee.
Even flaccid, it's not far off.
Oh, no, it isn't, you're right. I'm glad you noticed.
So the aspiring actor was interviewed on This Morning by presenter Philip Schofield, who asked Jonah whether he'd felt hampered by his extravagantly proportioned member. He said, whenever you are put up for a role for a large studio film, the large studio has to approve you. What's that got to do with it?
They tend to be quite conservative and they don't want someone with a massive dong.
No.
Oh,
A
right.
visibly massive dong.
Yeah, and there's a picture here in his
Fucking hell.
in his
Boxer shorts.
boxers, and
Can't
it is.
miss it, can you?
You can't.
No, it is coming right down his leg.
There's a still of the looks on the two presenters' faces. Obviously showing it, and the woman
Just got her mouth open.
literally gobsmacked.
Eyes wide. She looks like a sex doll in many ways.
Yeah.
She does.
I think subconsciously she's thinking, I want to munch on that.
I don't know, Mike, I don't know.
He said that some celebrities have reached out for him for sex in the past.
Interesting. Well, Madonna has. If you asked me to pick one name on that list, I'd say Madonna.
Madonna.
I'd go for that. Anyone like to back me up on that?
Yeah.
You had to guess
guess.
that.
Bet she's danced around that pole.
You know, she was with Dennis Rodman, he's going to be hung.
And despite all the tribulations he's faced, Jonah admitted he wouldn't trade his manhood for a less atypically sized one.
There we go, so it ain't all that bad, is it?
It's wrong.
He's not getting my sympathy.
Fucking hell, he must have fucking blood loss when he gets a stiffy.
Yeah.
Just faints.
Yeah, he just blacks out, can't remember sex. It's impressive though. Fair play to him.
Yeah.
We should get in the Guinness Book of Records.
He probably will do, huh? Alright, what's the next one? Overdue book returns 73 years late to Fife Library. I've still got a library book from primary school.
Have you?
I have. It's still stamped. How long many years is that? It's 18 years since I left secondary school.
Well, it's not 73, is
It's
it?
not 73. A book has been returned more than 73 years late to a library in Fife. Stately Timber by Rupert Hughes, an adventure story set in Boston, should have been returned to Dunfermline Central Library in Abbott Street on the 6th of November 1948.
Sorry, a bit late.
Sorry. However, staff at what is now Dunfermline Carnegie Library and Galleries were stunned to receive a parcel containing the book last week. It had been found by the borrower's daughter and posted back. The book was discovered in the Black Isle more than 7 decades late. Donna Dior of Dunfermline Carnegie Library said, "I burst out laughing when I opened the parcel. I couldn't believe it. We had a book returned to our Royst branch," I think that's how you say it, "after 14 years recently, which we thought was amazing enough, but this was way beyond anything we've heard of."
Looks battered, doesn't it?
It does. For a bit of fun, we worked out how much it could have been due in fees, and it comes to £2,847 English pounds.
Yeah. They've had an amnesty. They
do?
Yeah.
It arrived with a lovely letter from the borrower's daughter, who was able to give us a bit of detail, but they've had an amnesty, so I don't think they're going to get the fee. In the letter, the borrower's daughter explained her late father lived in Thornton in Fife in 1948, and she said she would never know whether he simply forgot to return it or had chosen to keep it. I think that's a little bit of both of mine, to be honest. That one I've still got.
After a certain point, it's like, ooh, the fees are going to be massive, can't take this back.
That means you can't use the library ever again.
That's true on the card. Well, I think they wouldn't have had scanny cards back then, would they?
No, they punched it in with that thing, didn't they? And
That's true, I remember that.
punched the date on it, didn't
Punched the
they?
date on it, yeah.
Inside the book, it says it can only be retained for 14 days.
That's the standard library lending thing.
73 years.
It's only 73
And then he got
years.
it back because it was an amnesty. They
Well,
would never have seen it again, would they?
no.
'Cause no one's paying £2,800 for a book.
I don't think he's had to sell. I know, it depends. If that book's rare enough, Mike, at this point you could sell it on eBay for a fucking fortune.
Yeah, but it's clearly not, is it?
Well, no, but let's imagine it was. In a world of hyperbole, anything is possible.
It's like what are you saying to remember before you're dead?
Yes, I'd like down my gravestone. I just came up with that.
I don't know what the word means.
I just want to see you fucking try and spell hyperbole out to the stonemason.
Hyper and bowl on the end of it.
Oh, fuck you.
BOLE bowl.
Well, whatever. Right, okay, let's move on.
People sticking random objects up their bums is costing the NHS £350,000 a year.
Yeah, Mike.
Terrible.
I know.
Oh, go back. Let's have a look at that X-ray.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, it's not real.
No, it's not.
There's a cricket bat there.
That's a rolling pin, not
Oh, is it a rolling
pin?
Kinky Brits hospitalised for sticking objects up their bum have cost the NHS more than $3 million. Experts analysed NHS records to determine how many manual removal of foreign body from rectum procedures were conducted in hospitals between 2010 and 2019.
What's wrong with a wank?
Figures show that bedroom experiments went too far and doctors have had to remove some 3,500 objects, costing the healthcare service roughly £340,000 a year.
It's a long lockdown, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is 2010 to 2019.
Oh, right, Christ. Only more now.
Yeah.
I once lost a jelly cock ring in a sexual encounter.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. You know.
Just vanished, didn't
It
it?
just vanished. I was like, fucking get it now and get it!
Do you think it's still there?
No, it didn't come out. It come out. I lost forever.
So you had children, it'd be interesting to see if, oh my god, the Jenny Cochrane's coming with their necks. It's expanded
An ankle
out.
bracelet.
It's stuck with it forever. Embedded in their ankle.
No, so these things happen in orifices.
The study found the incidence of objects having to be removed from rectums is on the rise, apparently, with cases particularly growing in men.
Like I say, it's been a long lockdown. Well, for women though, it can be in the vagina. You know, they're doing it too. So just the men.
No, in their ass as well. This isn't just particularly the ass.
Oh, right.
For women, it can indirectly stimulate parts of the vagina.
Go through that list, Mike.
Right. Over the years, the cases from around the world that people have shoved up their ass. Live eels.
Oh.
We did that one, didn't we? Not literally.
Did we?
Yeah.
Christ, I must have been hammered that night.
Yeah, do you remember that night when we all stood around on the playing fields and shoved more eels up our assholes?
Electrifying.
Good times.
No, it was
Electrifying. Lisa.
Yeah.
Glass bottles.
Oh, what did you... I heard a story about this. My ex-stepbrother's wife was a carer at home for like teenagers and pre-teens who had severe mental deficiencies. Like that was a common thing, as they would put glass bottles inside themselves, and like the surgeon would want in their ass mainly, and the surgeon, if it broke, then you've got to pick out each individual shard with tweezers to make sure you get them all from the rectal cavity.
Let's not put glass in orifices.
No, let's not do that.
What about an instant coffee jar?
Oh, with pins in the lid? No, thank you.
Yeah, with pins in the lid.
Who the fuck was this? A fucking... What was it from Hellraiser? Cenobite.
Buzz Lightyear toy.
Yeah, concrete mix.
What?
To infinity and beyond. Concrete mix. What?
To infinity. Have you seen there's a Buzz Lightyear film coming out where it's like if he actually was a space ranger. It's like almost like a prequel to Toy Story.
Oh, cool.
He is actually the space ranger he thinks he is, for he lands in Andy's bedroom.
Do you think the person doing the concrete mix was just trying to get like a sort of mould of the inside of their...
Probably. Yeah, I do.
You just sit around one day, I really want a mould of the inside of my ass hanging off that wall. You know what, I'm doing it.
I've only got this bag of concrete though. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
I'll get it out. It will slide out. What goes in, what must come out. Oh, I just thought, you know what? My girlfriend or my ex-wife would love a plaster cast of my anus for Christmas. As deep as I can.
I just saw aubergine as well.
Yeah.
An aubergine? Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking... I sound like Mr. Slave then. I sound like Jesus Christ.
They're wide at one end, aren't they? Ever so wide.
They are. To say the least, yes they are.
Are they big in that man's 30.5-inch cock though?
Yes, because they bulge out.
Girthier, aren't they?
are
Girthier.
Very girthy. They are.
It's a triple girth burger with cheese is what that is.
Right then. So,
And finally,
up your street, Ben, woman that says she was abducted by aliens who removed her eggs for hybrid babies.
I've been telling you all for years this was happening. Been telling you all. Ever since I read that Timothy Good book.
So, a woman has claimed she was abducted by aliens. Her name's Sharia Lumia Rejoice. Is that all her name?
yeah.
Shira Lumia Rejoice, yes.
Yeah, she shared her memorable experience on TikTok and recalled how aliens came to her house 3 years ago, allegedly in 2018. In the viral clip, where a soundtrack plays with an overlay of text that you read, when people don't believe you that you were taken by extraterrestrial beings, but you have ovarian scarring from egg removal in ultrasounds to prove it.
What does that prove? You had a backstreet abortion, it went wrong.
Oh, it's interesting you jump straight to that.
Or
Well, it
she's
could have
had
been.
ovarian cysts
Yeah,
removed.
or that.
Yeah.
Probably more plausible.
Yeah, you went straight to a coat hanger and a vacuum cleaner, and Claire's looking at you giving you... You're the science officer, damn it! You jumped straight to a backstreet abortion, and Claire's here giving you a fucking proper thing.
I'll take
Oh,
that badge
clearly.
for this evening.
Yes.
Well, you could have it.
She also wrote that she did not give permission for the aliens to have her eggs or remove them. And for context, they took 3. She says, just 3?
Well, that's all they need. That's three extra alien human hybrids to infiltrate humanity and work their way into the higher echelons of government until they turn our planet into just a grey alien-ruled client puppet state.
Her video left viewers baffled as they questioned if she remembered anything while being abducted. Shira then posted a series of story times and explained that it was one of the most memorable moments in her life.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'd imagine it would be.
Not memorable. You know what I mean? Not look back at fond memories, do you?
Well, memorable doesn't necessarily mean fond memories, though, does it? It gives you something you're really going to remember of this your life. You can remember trauma as well as happiness, Mike. I know you. Do you remember?
I've blocked it all out, mate.
What, the trauma or the happiness?
The trauma.
Well, you did go to private school.
Yeah.
She clarified that she wasn't taken to the mothership, but aliens visited her home. She says, I was lying on my couch in my condo, falling asleep, and suddenly I feel this paralysis, she told the viewers.
Oh, this is on TikTok, of
Sleep
course.
paralysis, isn't it? It's just a dream, isn't it?
No, Mike, it was aliens.
She says, my body was freezing and I couldn't move. I looked over at the door and it opened and there was a figure, a holographic looking human figure. It was
This
essentially...
is Rimmer?
It was essentially grey but with black lining over it. When they took me, my body came over to where I'm sitting now and it was literally levitating. My legs were open.
Ooh. Yeah, it was steamy.
It could be a dream, couldn't it?
Could be aliens, though.
Shira didn't realise her eggs had been removed until later when she was working on a shaman for healing guidance.
Okay, she's a nutter.
Thank you.
It's interesting I was with her until she said she went to a shaman for work on healing guys. Okay, she's a nutter.
She claimed this guide, she says, this guy told me that I have 3 hybrid babies and 3 eggs
How
were
the
taken.
fuck does he know? He's a shaman.
Well, clearly, yeah.
She says she initially had no idea of this until she'd met this man in there, and her intuition just trusted him.
Oh, well, there we go, intuition.
Wow, she's gullible to believe everything she hears, and she's...
You mean, so you don't want to go and do ayahuasca with a shaman?
Yeah.
And he says aliens have taken your sperm, are you going to believe him? Well, you're only living to ayahuasca.
I'll say I want some goddamn compensation then for nothing. I mean, they're probably all dead anyway, but I want my money.
My testicles are withered like grapes on a vine.
The space jacket. They're no good to you, give them back.
So, there is the possibility that aliens are, in fact, harvesting our genetic material to create hybrids to infiltrate the world governments.
I'm not buying it, and some of the TikTok watchers aren't buying it either.
But what do they know? They don't know the truth, do they?
And she does.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's eyewitness testimony, isn't it?
Yeah, hers. Well, not even hers. Some bloke told her.
A shaman?
Shaman.
If you can't trust a shaman, Mike, who can you trust? A priest who's going to fiddle your kids?
He says a shaman isn't.
Well, they're trustworthy shamans, aren't they? Living alone in a desert with a buffalo head on their own head.
Storming Congress.
Storming Congress. He got sent down, didn't he?
He did.
3 years.
Yeah. Oh, that was funny. You want to storm a public building, just don't be so damn recognisable. That always helps. They don't stand there screaming wearing a buffalo head.
Fucking hell. What's going on?
I don't know, mate.
Queuing on shamans.
I've lost
I
it.
mean, it's madness.
And for the
They've
record,
gone batshit insane.
the Americans have gone nuts, haven't they?
They have.
Their whole political system's gone crazy.
Oh.
So is ours. We just don't see it because we're here. They
Yeah,
probably
but-
think the same
yeah,
thing about us.
I mean, I know our mental health care is useless in this country, but at least we've got something.
You know what I think, Mike?
In America, half of them can't afford it.
Yeah.
Mike, I think it's education.
Well, that as well, but there's a lot of people with mental illnesses, obviously.
I think that seeing everything they see on the net gives them those mental illnesses. They haven't got the critical thinking skills necessary to disbelieve what they see. And that goes to this country too. I mean, you know, we're going that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, disinformation's everywhere, isn't it?
It's the fifth horseman.
Yeah. It's because everyone knows that the mainstream media are full of shit. They're just there to manufacture consent. Chomsky figured that in the 80s.
They're reporters. Yeah, but Chomsky also said that the non-vaccinated should go to camps.
Well,
Recently-
I haven't heard him say that, but
I've seen the quote.
With that. He must be getting a bit
Yeah, well, and also,
demented in his old age, but
how do we give them food? I don't care.
yeah.
You know, so let's not.
But when his faculties are working right, he was spot on. You read Manufacturing Consent, watch the documentary on YouTube, tell you everything you need to know about how the mainstream media operates.
Well, you gotta look at even Ike, Saint Ike of the show.
Yeah, but
But did he say that? They're reporters.
yeah,
They're told what to say and they report it to us.
yeah, they're picked and put in them positions because they know they won't ask the questions that need to be asked. They'll do what they're told. Corporate tools.
Motherfuckers.
And without a free press, you don't have democracy. You can't have.
No, the press is supposed to be the attack dog.
Yeah.
It attacks the government if they might do a bad thing, not be in bed with them.
Yeah.
It's tragic.
But there we are.
Yeah.
Well, it's all going to come crashing down soon anyway.
You're gonna bring it down. Mike's only got to a cabin in the woods. He's gonna write a manifesto or two.
We all know it's like
Gonna
the last
form a
days.
militia.
It's the last days of Rome, isn't it? We're there. We're in the last days.
Well, yeah, there is an obsession with celebrity chefs.
There you go.
I mean, I even heard the German guy was booted off Bake Off.
He was.
He was good.
He was good, yeah. Not good enough.
No, sadly not. Let's end the show then. I've been Ben. Thanks very much for listening. And don't let aliens steal your seed.
No, I've been Mike. Thanks for listening. Peace out. May the force be with you.
And I've been Claire. Do let the aliens steal your seed.
No, don't let them steal your seed.
Yeah.
They're going to infiltrate the Earth's governments with a bunch of hybrids who are under the alien control and rule us all through puppet vassals.
Oh, they might look just like you. A bit.
Apart from the tentacles.
No, they're greys. They're going to.
Apart from the big black eyes.
They're going to pass for humans. So many generations down, they'll be under the control of the greys.
They're like Mr. Funny Shoes.
Yes.
It could be a peace sort of thing.
Or they're going to control us and suck our resources dry, like They Live, which was clearly a documentary and not a film. R.I.P. Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Indeed. And we're doing one of his films soon for Movie Pick.
Ooh.
Hell Comes to Frogtown.
Cool. Well, I look forward to it. I do.
It's an amazing film.
haven't seen it.
Neither have I, but it sounds fantastic.
Bye-bye.
On that note, bye.
Bye.
Good night.